Hey tubers, Bart coming at you with a mail day. Happy Friday. Got a nice 3-sport mail day for you. So we'll kick it off with a LBGA. I didn't know this card existed until about 2 minutes before I bought it. Second year card, red, white, and blue flags everywhere. Young Lebron. Still relatively, affordable. It's only a mint 9. The pop is not small on this thing, which is why I should have known it was around. But again, I don't search basketball quite as much as I'm a fiend for everything else, because you got to put a cap somehow on the eBay searches. I don't even want to talk about that, but I'm digging that card a lot. So not much in the basketball PC, but that'll be a nice addition to it. Let's see, on the football side of things, even though I have a 300 card bulk sub at PSA, and then another 200 something, which about 150 of them are mine, which I mailed off, I don't know, 6-7 weeks ago. It still hasn't been logged in, but already building the next one. So decade set for the 2010s. This is the punter, Hecker. I was about to say Andy. Johnny Hecker. So this is his lone rookie card, 2014 tops. So picked that up on the cheap. I just like to complete some of those sets. So that card ain't going to be worth too much in any which way. So why not just spend $2 for the raw card and another $9 for the slab, as opposed to hoping and praying that somebody slabs that and thinks about selling it. Pop 1, 92 score Ronnie Lott. I think he's got, like a 54 card basic set. And I got 4 left. And then I got to do 1 upgrade. There's one of the tops, I think 94 tops I need to upgrade. I think it's only an 8. That's a tough year to grade. But pretty excited about that. Funny story, though, this was on 4 Sharp Corners. And yeah, I tagged it or whatever, but I can't do that at work. And if I'm going 4 Sharp Corners, usually it's a whole lot more. So I waited till I got home, but I just kept looking. And I was like, man, if I go on 4 Sharp Corners, next thing you know, it's gonna be 6, 7, 8, 9 cards, because I got a whole there's a whole bunch of them in my watch list from that website. So to prevent myself, honestly, from spending a shit ton of money on 4 Sharp Corners, I bought that one through eBay instead of getting the discount on 4 Sharp Corners, just as a preventative measure. Self-awareness is an important trait in all things, to include this hobby, and so I saved myself a couple bucks, hopefully, at least in the short term, for sure. When I busted that Chronicles box, pulled out a nice Zion, sold it for $200. First thing I did was pick up 2 Hall of Fame rookie cards on the football side of things that I needed. Went the cheap route just because, while I like 59 tops a lot, this is not even the guy that is supposed to be on this card, so it just didn't excite me too much. And the big card, besides the Hall of Fame set, he belongs to the MVP set, and that one is not a big one for me, because there's a Tom Brady card in there that I may not ever own. So it's not one I'm chasing too hard. So went with the 7, good looking 7, fresh Lighthouse label. Supposed to be a fullback pictured from the Packers, but nice addition there. So that's the football. We'll go baseball, and I'm thinking, now that I'm looking at it, this is more off-center than I might have thought, just based on the back, but I don't know. But Luis Garcia, been playing second base for us. This one says third base and shortstop, but he's been a prospect for a couple of years now. Shit, he's still young, though, only 20 years old. But he finally made his big league debut, and he hit a double the first game, and hit a 2-run homer the second game, and I was like, all right, well, this is our next guy, and we ain't got much going on in infield for prospects or veterans or anything else. I figured he'd get some play time in, so I figured I'd poke around and see what I could get for decent. I'm not big on prospects or anything like that, but, who can say no to the cracked dice here? So I think I got 2 or 3 of his, and this is one of them that came in. So I'm pretty excited about that. Got some vintage. Doing my standard PWCC trolling. So I never checked myself out to see how many bids. You know how you can look up and see if it's shill bidding, whether people bid too much on cards. I bid so much on so many auctions that it'll never be too high a percentage. But my percentage for PWCC is probably pretty decent because I just throw bids on cards I like, but I don't put high ones on there, and I'm out there trolling and seeing what bites. And so, you know, 9 days and 23 hours later, we see what pops up. As I got it for a good deal. And this was the one of the last PWCC auction there, or one of them. I got two actually, and they ended on different nights. So the Larry Doby from 51, great looking card. Bonus, it's a card that goes to the 300 Great Baseball Cards from Mike Payne. Didn't even know that. So that was pretty cool to enter that into the registry and it pop up. But second guy to break the color barrier. First one in the American League, Larry Doby. And I'm not the biggest 51 fan just because I'm not a big fan of smaller cards. You know, it's a good-looking card, pretty decently centered for the size of the card, and then just a fantastic baseball pose. I do dig the action shots more than I like just looking at a dude's face, so that was good. And then the other trolling for the win that I got was a nice 57 Al Kaline in a 5. Another fresh Lighthouse label. Not perfect left to right, but top to bottom is money in the bank. Digging that. And that is my first Kaline as well. So pretty cool. And I would love to... I like the poses. I'd love to see more logos and things like that, but... the pose is good enough that it overcomes, because I do like to see the hats, and if the uniform's got the script team name across the chest, that's the most ideal thing I'm looking for. But great looking card. And then I got 4 Topps Project 2020. One of them already cracked open, but I got 3 in today, so I figured I'd actually open them on camera and see whether I'm excited about them or not. I'm having a back and forth love-hate relationship with Project 2020. When you get something like this in, you're like, these are awesome, right? You know, just the color and everything like that. But I'm all over the place. I got a bunch of them displayed here. I don't really know what I'm doing, and sometimes I wonder if I'm going to backtrack and pick some up. I like cards that match. You know, you could see kind of how I put, you know, like here's a couple 86 Topps together and so on, 71. Actually, shout out to Jeremy IPTTM. He called me out one day. He's like, you're the best person at pointing at what's behind you on the camera on YouTube. So I guess we got to be known for something. But I like them when they match. I like the consistency between the artists. And so all of a sudden I see consistency like this, and I'm like, oh man, I wish now that's a linkage between other cards that I wish I'd have kept, because I got rid of my Jeter and my Mattingly that look like that, and now I'm a little salty about it because that looks fantastic. Not all of his cards match, but some of them do. But then you get Blake Jamieson. He's got a couple cards that just are so beautiful, and they stand alone on their own. You know, those two up there, the McGuire American flag, and then I don't know, his Trout with the giant rookie logo, I think just looks badass. Oh, sweet. I'm already excited. So these are one of the artists that I did not think I liked at the beginning, and because he was consistent with what he was doing. I don't know what they're doing with these baggies that's coming in Project 2020, but because of his consistency in design, I'm really digging it, because that's what I want, is to see him look good together. I don't care about doing the whole print runs anymore, because I think the second Jackie Robinson came out, which is what got me into the set, or maybe the third one. And I hate to say it, but he looked like he had black face on. The way it didn't look good. So I didn't buy a Jackie, even though I thought I was going to get to do the whole print run of Jackie. So now I just want a fair number of them that match. And this is the F.1, and it is fantastic. And I got 3 other F.dots up here, and you know, solid all black cards, the nice designs, and the consistency while still doing something genuine. I dig that. Something about Jackie, I don't know, and breathes energy into me every time I see a Jackie Robinson card with that smile, that just, you know, God, how positive of an outlook you had to have in life to put up with that shit that he did. So let's see. Here comes another one. I love how they put these in sideways now instead of up and down. I try to keep the integrity of these bubble wraps in check. And I rip them open trying to get them out. And let's see. Oh, nice. That was a Ben Baller one. All right. He's had a couple of the designs I've been not digging because he's changed it up some, but I did like this one because it was consistent with the a Trout and the Ricky Henderson. And I'm a sucker for some Ripkins. I grew up in the D.C. area, but in Maryland, and we didn't have the Nationals yet, so I did go to a whole lot of games in Baltimore as a kid and watch Ripken. Baltimore was a little too far away for me to ever fully identify with the city, but who can't identify with somebody that just goes in and jobs it every day like Ripken, and he was a stud. And then, oh, fantastic. I was hoping for a Sophia Chang. Got the Clemente. This one, she's my favorite artist of them all because it's just so clear that it is art. It's got a little bit of the comic in it, you know, comic style-ish, but it stays true to the original card in a significant way, which I really dig. So that looks nice. It's going to take a while to... I'm not big on horizontal cards in general, but her Koufax came out not too long ago. So that one is at least horizontal also. But really dig those. That's going to look nice next to the other 4 that I have from Sophia Chang. So pretty sweet there. And so it is kind of like a little bit of Christmas for these Project 2020s. Typically when you get something in the mail on eBay, you know, yeah, I bought that within the last week. I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to, you know, I know it's coming. 6-7 weeks later when you get a Project 2020 that you bought, no idea what's in there, and since they don't put the packing slips in, but digging it. Jackie probably wins the day on that one, but hell, 4 for 4 for Project 2020s that I actually like. So I suspect that ratio will continue to go up because I got a lot more picky after the Shore Griffies and the Don C's. I wasn't really a big fan of those, but I did pick up just one Shore Griffey. I knew that card honestly was gonna blow up. I really did, and I was like, but I want to be a part of that hobby history that's about to go down with this hideous drawing of Ken Griffey. But that's what I got for you. Happy Friday. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you didn't hear too much background noise, but I took a risk and shot this before everybody went to sleep. That's why I still have some energy and some voice to me, and that's why it's still kind of, I got ambient light that's actually working right now. So thanks for watching. Later.